share, copy, go here, paste, yep, select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, yep, and are we on? Could be. Select tier, okay, and are we on? Could be. Select tier. See if Nate gets this. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Nobody's on there. I've got it unlisted. Nobody's viewing on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's viewing me on Patreon. Nate, if you can hear me, I sent you a link to the YouTube live stream. It's an unlisted link, so you have to use that link. An unlisted live stream, so you have to use that link in order to view it. And if you can get over there, leave me a chat and let me know if you're watching me. Right now it says no viewers on YouTube. So this is the first time I've ever done this. Everything seems to be working, but what's funny is, oh, on Patreon the live stream appears to be working, but there's no way for you guys to interact with me on Patreon that I can see. Where is it? Yeah, and I don't see it. I'm going to go back to create live stream and see if it's there. Use YouTube Live. Huh. Paste. Oops. Okay. So the live stream seems to be working on Patreon, so I'm going to assume that maybe somebody's watching me on Patreon. Okay. So the live stream seems to be working on Patreon, so I'm going to assume that maybe somebody's watching me on Patreon. Okay. So the live stream seems to be working on Patreon, so I'm going to assume that maybe somebody's watching me on Patreon. Okay. Software. Yeah, it seems like the microphone. So the live stream seems to be working on Patreon. I want that on. laptop cam is on. So you're seeing a it's in the pool hall that I play at. It's a diamond with 4.5-inch pockets, and you're seeing a webcam. The resolution isn't great. I might try and bring my better webcam next time. But this is all a test. This is the first time I've ever done this. And then also the camera on the lid of the laptop is in the upper right corner. So when I get out of the way, you'll be able to see me from that angle too. So I'm going to check this a few times. I'm going over to YouTube to see if anybody's in there, and they aren't. But I'm just going to practice for like an hour or so on this live stream, and that's what I promise for my patrons at this tier level. Oops. Yeah, that's supposed to be here. Why does it say schedule? I don't understand. The thing's playing. It shouldn't have to schedule. It should be on. It should just be live. No, that's not what I want. Oh, man. Edit. I mean, it's on right now. No, I don't want to. There we go. Publish now. Okay. Your post is live. Don't see your broadcast, blah, blah, blah. Okay, guys, I think now I'm going live. Yeah, it's still working on YouTube, and I haven't shot a ball yet. Trying to get it to go here. Okay. Not yet. There it is. Join the conversation. Okay, so maybe you guys can interact with me here. Let me know if this is working. I'm on a wireless microphone. There we go. So my assumption is that Nate and Brett, you're going to be able to see this on Patreon and interact with me by typing. I don't know if anyone can see me or not, but I also sent you a message in Patreon with a link to the YouTube live stream, so you'll be able to go view it on live stream as well if you're there. I'm going to shoot some shots and then see if you guys, then I'll come back to the computer and see if anybody's even commented anywhere. Hopefully this, it seems to be working. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Oops, jump that. Go make sure that's online. Yeah, okay. All right, so I played a little bit of straight bull earlier, and I mess with my fundamentals so much that sometimes I get a little wonky. But so what I'm going to do is shoot one drill that I like to shoot, spot shot drill. It's not really a drill; it's more of a challenge. And so there isn't a prescribed thing that you need to do to complete it. It's learning how to control the cue ball better off of spot shots. And I know, Nate, you have that spot shot drill with 18 different shots from up in the corner, and I love that drill. But this is different because it's not just about pocketing the ball. Yes, you need to pocket the ball, but the point of this drill is to pocket the spot shot. And by the way, I'm shooting it from one diamond over on the head string, and you're going to shoot it from both sides. But I made a video about this too, but it'll be fun for me to try it here, and you can see my misses. But the goal here is to pocket the spot shot, and you want to make the cue ball stop at 6 different zones on the table. You can kind of divide the table into quadrants down the middle, both ways, and you get 4 zones. But I make it into 6 zones. So, and I actually try to stop my cue ball within 1 diamond of each of the 6 pockets. And there's multiple ways to do that. So if you have trouble with spot shots, you want to shoot this drill because the focus of the drill is controlling the cue ball. And you might miss a lot of spot shots when you first get started, but after a while, you're going to find that you start making every single spot shot because your focus is on cue ball control. Now, when you guys, I don't know if any of you guys play golf on the snooker table, or on the pool table, but usually when you play golf, you number the pockets. So if this is the head string area of the table, this is pocket number 1. That's pocket number 2, pocket 3, 4, 5, and then the out hole is 6. So I'll refer to the pockets by those numbers. And I want to make the cue ball. I'm going to pocket the spot shot and make the cue ball stop within 1 diamond of each of those 6 pockets. And I'm going to do it from the left and the right. So the first shot, I'm going to pocket number 1. And you need a lot of left English. You can get there by the cue ball hitting the side rail below the side pocket, but I try and it's better if you can get above the side pocket. So this is, you're going to need inside English on this shot. Okay, I hit below the side pocket, and just about, yeah, I'm inside of that 1 diamond square. So that's a good shot. Now you can go to pocket 2 if you want, or you could say to yourself, yeah, it's not good enough. This exercise is not so much about the spot shot as it is about cue ball control. So I'm setting a higher standard for myself. I hit below the side pocket. Can I hit above the side pocket and get into that zone as well? Okay, I got above the side pocket and missed the ball. Just barely missed the ball. Now you notice how much closer I got to the pocket because it came on a different angle. Wow. So like I said, this isn't a drill that you're challenged to complete in the minimal number of shots. This is about learning, expanding your control of the cue ball while pocketing a difficult shot. Wow. So I might go on to pocket 2 and come back to that later. Been a long time since I shot this drill, and I really love it. It's great for your rotation games because every shot's a long shot. So you have to stroke the ball in and control the cue ball in a pretty precise fashion. There we go. Oh, I thought I made it. So see, I got a good cue ball, and I think this is part of what makes a pool player. I can't let it go. Well, that's close. So I didn't quite get it inside here, but let's move on. So the next one, you just want to get it within 1 diamond of this pocket, so you're going to come out of the corner. I've done this a lot, and what I like to do is put a ball on each side. So I'm actually I'm doubling the difficulty here. I want to shoot it twice. Once I want my cue ball to come long, and then I want my cue ball to come short. Within 1 diamond of the pocket. So this is long. Okay. Good cue ball. Got to make that ball though. Every shot in pool, in every single game, has 2 components. Where's the object ball going? Where's the cue ball going? That's why I prefer this over just a drill that just requires you to pocket a ball and call it good. You don't hardly ever need to do that playing pool. You need to control both balls. Okay, I missed that the same way. And that's what's good about this practice routine. Take a look at what the results are and then how to adjust. There we go. Oh, see, I thought I made it from down there. And the cue ball's coming long. Okay, So that tells me I'm not cueing low enough because I missed it short and the cue ball still went long. There we go. See how much more this demands than just pocketing the ball and not scratching? You have to play up to a very specific zone. It's really going to refine your speed control and your aim, your Q-tip position. A lot of these exercises that I do they're about Q-tip position because you need to play precise position. If you're playing 10 ball and here gets you a shot, but if the cue ball goes here, you're hooked. You better get it right, and that's what this drill helps you to develop a mindset for. So now it's short to the side rail. Did I scratch or I hit the side rail? Beautiful shot. Okay. Now we'll go to pocket 3. Pocket 3, you have to hit it the hardest. Some of these shots, there's 2 ways to get there. But I'm going to go 3 rails. You want to get inside these 2 diamonds, and that heads towards the side pocket. So it's similar to pocket 1, except you're less inside and you're stroking it more, stroking it harder. Okay, there's a miss, but the path of the cue ball is really good. Speed is within the diamond. Well, you want to get within a diamond of the pocket, so I need to be closer. But that was very close. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Just a little bit soft, but no, that's real good. Now you can play it to this side, and then you can shoot it again, and play the cue ball over here to that side of the side pocket as well. Another shot that you can do. Well, yeah. So then going to pocket 4, there's 2 ways to get there. And one way is an extension of what I just did. It's a little more English and then harder. Yeah, that's terrible. But this is going to help you get your stroke out with speed control and accuracy if you work on this shot. Especially, and it has extensions in one pocket. That's still pocket number 3. Let's get it over to pocket 4. There we go. So I'm much closer to the corner so that it comes to, shorter and gets down there. This one you really got to hit hard. I'm going to try one more. And this isn't my preferred way to get the cue ball over to pocket 4, but it's a good stroke shot. A good shot to get you stroking straight with speed. Okay. I don't like that one as much as this is my favorite way to go to pocket 4, is the draw shot. If you have a couple hours or the day before you're going to play in a rotation tournament, this is a good one too to get that stroke loosened up, get some power and accuracy working. There you go, pocket 4. Now you want to go there without scratching though. just like going to pocket 2. You can play this long and short. So I want to play the draw stroke and get the cue ball to the side rail. Like that. Well, I'm outside of the diamond. I wanted to come over here, but you can see what can be done. And then you want to shoot it again. This time you're playing it long. So you want the cue ball to hit the short rail. Like that. Well, so I didn't quite get it. My cue ball's outside of that diamond on both of those shots. I need to get it within one diamond. You can get the cue ball to draw over and actually hit this short rail at this diamond so it doesn't scratch and stage in that zone. Then pocket 5 is a draw stroke, a soft draw stroke. Just kill the cue ball right in that zone in the pocket. One diamond from the pocket. Like that. Oops, it came out. So I'd want to shoot that some more, where I get the control where it stops inside the pocket. And then the easiest one to wrap it off, this one's speed control. Pocket 6. That's within one diamond of the pocket, so that's a great shot. So that's the exercise, and then you do it to the left too. But you can see that I mean, you can challenge yourself and say, okay, I want to make 12 shots in a row without missing and get my cue ball into the zone. That'd be a heck of an accomplishment. This is really, this isn't a drill in that sense. This is more it's a progression. It's more learning about Q-tip position, fine Q-tip position at the cue ball, because that's how you get fine control of the cue ball, sending it a long distance to here versus to here, etc. And you can do that on all 6 pockets. It's about challenging yourself to do more than the other guy. Let me go look at the stream and see if anybody's even paying attention. See if anybody's here. Hey, Sensei Nate. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, new computer got slow. Good stuff. Good one. I like drills when you stroke out. Tip accuracy and speed. Hey. Nice to see that you're here, Nate. So you're on YouTube then, I guess. And I guess the microphone's working. I don't know, since this is the first time I've ever done this, I don't know what the live stream looks like from within Patreon for my patrons. So I'm curious if you're able, if you can, Nate, go over to Patreon on your computer and see what it looks like there. Are you able to type in messages? I just don't know how it works. Yeah, YouTube's awesome. I sent you the link for YouTube, so watch it on YouTube if that works. I'm just curious what it looks like on Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this to the other side because that's what I do. Okay, way too hard. In the wrong line, and I missed. Okay. And I probably jumped up too. That's why we practice. There we go. Better. I hit below the side pocket, and I'm having trouble getting the cue ball up to the high side. This is really, I mean, this is a spin shot. You got to put a lot of inside and follow on it. Yeah, so I got my cue ball there at the sacrifice of making the object ball. But I think you can see, Nate, This particular shot, for example, can come up on in one pocket. Your opponent scratches, so there's a ball in the spot. You need two, and the second ball is in the kitchen, like right here. This is your positional route to get behind that ball, rather than playing for a bank shot. But you need to be 100% confident that you're going to pocket the ball. Because if you miss it, you can sell out. So how'd you feel if I did that against you in a one-pocket game? I need two. Oh, and then I dogged the game ball. Okay, pocket two. Long rail, short rail rather. I didn't get it inside the diamond. Close though. See, and after a while, you're so focused on the cue ball that the object ball just starts going in every single time. It becomes second nature. It's like, of course, I'm going to make the ball. Why is that a question? I'm talking crap and I miss it. All right, come on. Short rail in the diamond. There it is. Now long rail in the diamond. Miss, and I didn't come anywhere near the long rail. That was a little bit too much finesse in my stroke rather than delivering through the cue. I'm going to go to a close bridge. Okay, still don't have the short rail though. Talk about overcompensation. There we go. Well, I didn't hit it hard enough. I hit it too short. That's a lot better than what I was doing before. Okay, right in that first diamond. I can feel, if you're paying attention, you're going to notice a lot of things, and that's why this type of a progression drill is good, because it's not about one specific goal. It's about refining your execution and Q-tip position. There, see? So with repetition, you get better. Now, if I was working on this for a long time, I would want to do that again, like 3 or 4 or 5 times in a row before moving to the next pocket. Pocket 4. Excuse me, pocket 3. Little soft. This is a fast table. Speed controls. Wow, my direction's way off too. Speed control's touchy. But if you do this for an hour, you're going to start getting in real good, refined speed control. Better line. Now I hit on the far side of the pocket, so that's not the line I want to. I want to get inside these diamonds, and then I'll be coming over closer to that zone. Do you have one side of the table that you favor? It's terrible. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say. Shooting to the right, cutting a ball to the left is easier for me, probably because I'm right-handed and right-eye dominant. When I'm in stroke, they're both the same. That's not bad right there. In fact, that's pretty dang good. That's about perfect. Pocket 4, my favorite shot. Long rail. Yeah, you hit the long rail all right. That was a very rushed shot. Ooh, that's a short rail. I felt my head coming up again too. That's something I'm going to be working on later. There we go. Oh, it's a short rail. Not very good. Hey, I'm doing pretty good though, considering I haven't done this for like a year. I've been playing straight pull, which is short shots, not long shots. All right, time for the next drill. There we go. That's in there. Nice. This mimics the game because you shoot some shots with a lot of force, and then you got to do this one where you're hitting it soft. And that mimics what happens during one rack of pool. You got to hit stroke shots hard and come with a soft shot right after. There we go. It's hard to play and talk on the microphone as well, but I like it. It's only going to make me better. I have made 6 in a row, but I've never made 12 in a row. With position, that is. Let me come back and look at the chat here. It looks like there's a bunch of stuff here. Oh, yeah, I need higher resolution. Well, the resolution on this camera it's a 1080p, but the problem is I've got it zoomed in because it's a really wide angle camera. If I left it at the normal view, you'd see every table around and everyone else playing. So I've got it zoomed in, and that's why the resolution is low. I do have a 4K camera, but it takes a lot of resources to run the 4K camera, so I don't know how well that will work. I'll do some experimenting. I'm thinking about getting another webcam, and so maybe I'll get. Well, actually, Actually, no, this one's an older model. Excuse me. But I just bought a Logitech Brio. The Brio's 4K, but I can put the Brio in 1080p and then zoom in because it has an adjustable zoom. So in fact, I should have thought of that. I should have used my Brio and not this one. But 2 weeks from today, we'll do it again, and I'll use the other webcam. I'll test it too with 1080p and see how it works. And that has better, so that'll have better resolution because it'll be zoomed in. Hey, is there anything you want me to talk about or demonstrate? I don't think that I do have a $5 patron, Brett, and I don't know if he's watching or not. But this video will be saved, and so any $5 patrons will be able to watch it. And then you have the link, so you'll be able to rewatch it also. I want to address something because I know you mentioned you're big on that 10-ball break. So I'm going to show you something, and not how to break, but food for thought. I gotta put the 9-ball back. Let me make sure my microphone, was my microphone still working? Yes, it is. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll give you my take as a straight pool player. First of all, understand that everything you know about 10-ball is correct. So I'm not arguing against it. I want to give you a new perspective that's going to work with it and probably help you. So I've got a rack of 10-ball here, right? And I know that you know the pop break and the smash break, trying to control the one ball. If you break from this side, you're trying to get the one ball to stop here and the cue ball in the middle so you have a shot on the one, etc. Okay. I want you to watch this break. I'm going to break like a little girl. So I didn't draw it. The cue ball just came straight back. Okay. So this is a typical example of ball spread on just a soft break. And it's 10-ball. Nobody breaks 10-ball like this. And I'm not saying that you should break 10-ball like this. Here's the reason why I'm doing this. Let's imagine that a ball went in on the break. Okay? You're going to run out from here? I'm not. Let's imagine that there's a more reasonable shot to start with. Are you going to run out from here? You might. I might. You got to pocket the one from a long distance and then not get hooked behind the 6. If you can do that, if you make the first shot, you can probably get on the 2, and then you're probably a favorite to run out from there. But here's my point. Why do all the good 10-ball players do a smash break? Why are they hitting it so hard? Yeah. What is the purpose of it? In my opinion, the purpose is the same thing as 9-ball. They're trying to make a ball and run out. And so in 10-ball, like I said, they're trying to play position on the one ball up into the corner pocket, and they know they're going to make a wing ball or a corner ball or a ball in the side pocket, have a shot on the one and run out. Why? What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of being able to run out from that position? And it's control of the table. And that's what I talked about in my run of the week, where I talked about, what was it? Oh, Jason Shaw and Skylar Woodward. Rotation games, rule number 1, rotation games are about control of the table. If you have an offensive shot, run out. If you don't, play safe, or run out to a safe. The goal of each of those things is control the table. If you pocket all the balls, your opponent can't shoot. If you lock them up tight, they can't jump at a ball, and you're going to make it hard for them to kick. So your opponent never has an open shot, you're a favorite to win the match. That's what it's all about. Now, there's a second truism that happens with rotation games, and it's mostly at amateur levels, but also pros do it too, but mostly amateur levels, and that is most games are lost, not won. In other words, your opponent will have this shot, and they'll run to the 7 ball, and then trying to get shape on the 6, they miss, and they hang up the 7 in the jaws, and you just have to go dink, 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 and you win. So you didn't win the game. Your opponent lost. In other words, your opponent gave up control. And so so the whole point of this is you have to ask yourself, what is the value of my break shot, the way that I'm hitting it? There was a guy here in Denver by the name of Henry Granis. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He won a couple of national titles, and he did well in pro tournaments. He was an amateur, but he won almost every tournament he entered, local tournament. People said the same thing they said about Efren Reyes when he first came over from the Philippines. He can't break the balls. That's what they said about Efren. That's what they said about Henry Granis. And yet, he won almost every local tournament he entered. He was the strong favorite every time. Why is that? Control of the table. Okay, that big ass break shot in 10 ball, it's only good if a lot of things happen right. You make a ball, you control the cue ball doesn't get kicked in, the 1 ball goes near there's a lot of things that have to go right. And I'm going to grant you that the good pros, they get all those things to go right most of the time. But I see them scratch straight in the side pocket a lot too. The smash break in 10 ball has the most value to the strong players like Joshua Filler and Jason Shaw and Skylar Woodward, who, if they get that shot on the 1 ball after the break, they're going to run out. They're going to control the table. Are you? I know I'm not. I'm a 666 Fargo. And so, I mean, I know it's antithetical. I know, people want to smash those balls hard. I do. You want to make balls on the break and run out. But look at that match with Jason Shaw and Skylar Woodward. It was a race to 13. Jason Shaw broke and ran out 4 times. So less than 50% of the time he broke and ran out. He won the match. He won the match, even though Skylar put on a terrific package and by all rights should have won the tournament. Control of the table. So that's my preach. That's my sermon. So I'm not saying don't practice that 10-ball break, because you're going to need it as you get better. You're going to need it to compete with other guys who are running out from the break as well. But it shouldn't be the primary focus, because you saw what happened here. The 1 ball stopped here and the 2's here. There's no shot. But still, if I make a ball on the break, I'm going to win from here, because your first shot is going to be kicking at the 1 ball. Okay, enough preaching. Anyway, let's see, what else was I going to do? Oh, I know what I got to do. I mean, honestly, this isn't the lesson. This isn't, it's just, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. But I know one thing I want to do, and this is a similar thing. This is a progression drill. This is how you practice. A lot of people think drills are practice. A lot of people think breaking and trying to run out is practice. None of those are practice. And this is something I needed to work on for a while, because I've been missing these a lot during straight pull. Just rail shots. But here's how you practice if you want to practice rail shots. Now, you can set up a drill where you space out the balls and then you have to shoot them in order, blah, blah, blah. But that's not really practice. That's a challenge. And it's very valuable. It's valuable after you've practiced, okay? So what am I talking about? What's real practice? Okay, I need to practice my rail shot. So, this is too easy for me, so I'm going to start here. And so what you do is similar to the spot shot drill. I don't want to be too close to the ball, because that's too easy for me. So I'm going to be this far away just to start. And this is something close to a 30-degree angle. So to start with, this is straight in 15, this is 30, right? So to start with, I'm going to start with a 30-degree angle. And I'm just shooting a cut shot in the corner. What could be, oh, this looks like you typed something in, let me look. Yep. So anyway, so pocketing this ball's not an issue, right? We all know how to pocket this ball. But what did I say earlier? What's cool about it? It's about the cue ball. You got to do two things on every shot, object ball and cue ball. So here's a rail shot. The ball is less than 1 ball diameter from the rail. And again, quadrants of the table. Now on this, I would look at 4 different quadrants down the, so you're playing position for a ball that's here, 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 and here. And so the first thing I'm going to do is if I'm going to play position for a ball here, you can set up a ball up there if you want. Like if you're playing rotation, you're going to shoot this 13, but you're going to specifically play for position either on the far side or near side of this ball, depending on where the third ball is, an angle for an angle for an angle. So what I want to do is I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to practice my rail shots, but it's about the cue ball. Pocketing the object ball is of primary importance, but it becomes secondary because I'm going to pocket the ball every time. So it's about the cue ball. So I want this angle on this object ball. So I want to hit this rail and come off. Rotation pool is all about speed control, whether you're going, whether I float off from this rail or go to the second rail. So you're always going to you have more control if you're going to a distance off from your final rail. So I want to get on this position. So I want my cue ball to hit between, like between here and here. Notice it's not just about pocketing balls. This is about refining your cue tip position and speed control. Right. And what did I do? I missed the ball, but I got the angle I needed. So practice isn't just pocketing the balls. Now I missed that shot, and I would record myself. Did I jump up? What might I have done? Okay, better on the second try, right? This is the simple one. I mean, we're starting out with simple. Okay, now I want the other angle, but I want to hit the second rail. Okay. Same shot. A lot of drills involve shooting different shots. You're shooting a different shot every single time. You're going to get a lot of value out of practice where you shoot the same shot over and over and over. I mean, I'll shoot this shot 100 times, going to different positions. Now I have this ball. Okay, to the rail and off. Now that's good if I don't have to move my cue ball down to the other end of the table, which is what I was doing. What if the ball's here? Two rail position. It's on the 2 balls on the rail, so now that's close to straight in position. So if the next ball I have to shoot is down on the other end of the table, that's horrible, right? So I need to come here and come straight up. Like that. And being against the rail isn't good. So I would want to shoot that over because I don't want to be on the rail. Your goal for this, most shots are you're playing the cue ball to the rail and off a distance less than half the table. But here I'm coming, what I'm visualizing for speed control is this rail and then past center table. So my cue ball should float just past center table, and then I have the right angle, and I don't end up against that rail. So, and then this gets a lot more interesting and challenging because you're playing position for different parts of the table. So now I want position on the 2. Obviously, I don't want to be too close to it, and I don't want to scratch. I'm playing position here, not down here. So first, I want to be close to straight in. Okay, that's pretty weak. I mean, I got there, and I'm going to make that shot. But that's not what I was playing for, was I? I said I wanted to be straight in. So when you're playing 9-ball, you're going to visualize where you need to get. And that's where you need to get. You don't want to be shooting recovery shots all the time. Okay? As you shoot, as you practice in this way, you get more and more and more dialed in on the speed. On the speed of the table, but also your speed control. Now that I want the same route, but this time I need an angle. I don't want to be straight in on this ball. I need an angle. Okay? Now there's traffic in the way. And I need an angle on that 2-ball. Okay? Beautiful. Now I already know how to get straight in and an angle on this ball. But it's different. It feels different because I'm not playing position for a ball in the upper corner. I'm playing position for a longer shot down over here. So that's straight in. Straight in position. Now, when I played that before, my object ball was here. So that would have been no good. Now I played straight in position for this ball, but I'm 3 diamonds away, which is fine. And in 9-ball, you probably often don't want to get much closer. Now I want an angle. But it has to be a slight angle. Since the cue ball is farther than the object ball is farther from the pocket, a slight angle is better, because if I'm way over here, it's a real tough shot. Versus this ball, if I'm too far, I'll still cut it in, but this is a tougher shot. Anyway. Oops, lost my cue ball. I think you get the idea, but this is my practice session. Okay, now I want to straight in shot into this pocket. And I got an angle. So that shot needs work. And I don't mean perfectly straight, but straighter. I wanted the cue ball to go 2 rails, and I didn't get that. I got the 1 rail position. Woo! There we go. That's what I want. And then there's the extensions of all the shots. I want to be straight in the corner on this ball. Okay. Or I want to come center table so I have an angle on that ball. But I don't want to be way up table. I want to be center and center. Now this is the easiest version of the drill because I'm starting here with close to 30-degree angle. So I'm going to go around the table that way and play position, and then do it from the other side as well. And then 45 degrees. Every shot, 45 degrees. You're learning what are the limits of the shot, where's my Q-tip placement need to be. So if I'm just playing position for this and I want an angle, I'm probably going to want to go back and forth. So I want to hit 3 rails, and I want to hit between these 2 diamonds to preserve a nice angle on the 2 to move the cue ball for the next shot. So you're learning where that is without side to spin. Now that's okay. I came inside the second diamond, so it's a reasonable shot, but that would have been better. Anyway, and then you can experiment. So what if I have to play position on over there? This pocket's not available. I'm going to make that ball. So I know you get the idea. It's all about, this is about fine calibration of Q-tip position. That's what pool's all about. This one, 45 degrees. The pros shoot this shot so good. Like I want to get straight in on this 2 ball. So you need reverse rotation on the cue ball, but you're not doing a lot of draw. It's a soft shot. Yeah, and I didn't get it straight in. I got my angle. And if you notice that object ball go in the pocket, it railed in. I didn't shoot it in cleanly. We watch Albin Ocean shoot this shot. That ball goes in cleanly. So I still railed that one, which means I undercut it. And this is why it's important. So I undercut that ball and I scratched. If I did not undercut the ball, the cue ball would have hit here. And that's the difference. When you're playing at a higher level, you have to be that precise. You can't make the mistake. Every ball has to go in clean. So obviously I need a lot of practice on this shot. I'm choking up on my cue. Shorter bridge, shorter grip position. There we go. That's how you shoot it. So I need practice. I need to work on this. 45 degrees gets really fun when you have to move the cue ball down to the other end of the table. Oops. There's a lot of cool shots here. So if you spend a day, an afternoon, whatever, a practice session with Q-tip placement, man, you're gonna improve so much. So I need an angle on this ball. It's almost the same shot. Too much angle? Not enough. Maybe a little bit too much. And then it gets fun. Because you might need to play position for this ball. 45 degrees in that pocket. So now you're going to have to spin it. That might be, well, that's not a good shot at all on that 9. So but you're learning your limits. Now, when the object falls this far from the rail at 45 degrees, it's tough. When it's even just this much farther out from the rail, it's so much easier. But until you spend time shooting it over and over and over, you don't learn your limits and you don't refine you got to refine your Q-tip position. This is hard while I'm talking. So now I need to play the 9 ball back into this pocket, but I don't want to come here. There's traffic over here. Now there's traffic over here, so I got to play to the second side, both side rails. And then you work on that. Now, same thing's happening that happened with the spot shot drill. After a while, pocketing the ball becomes secondary. You forget that you even need to make it. It just happens. You know it's going in because you're focusing so much on cue ball control and Q-tip position. Okay? So there's no prescribed pattern. This is experimentation, and that's how you're going to get real good at pool. You decide what you want to try and figure out and what can work and what doesn't work. And then challenge yourself how many times you want to shoot that shot till you make it. And that's, you see pros pulling off fancy shots on the table. That's not the first time they shot those shots, I guarantee you. This is how you practice. You take one shot and you work on it. And that's just the easiest version of this shot, because now I'm going to move the object ball to here, and I'm going to shoot it at 15, 30, 45, and move the cue, see where it's possible to move the cue ball. So straight across table. Wow, that was a good bank shot. That's a version of this, which I need to practice as well. You put the object ball just a little bit off the rail, and then you move the cue ball just a little bit off straight in. So I want the cue ball to go, I want the cue ball to stop right here. This will teach you how to find the heart of the pocket. And to cue precisely. I love this one. I actually won a game with this one once, because there was traffic and I had to get the cue ball up table for that shot, and this was the only way I could go. Wow. Or you could do that Corey dual shot where he jumps it onto the rail and it bounces off the rail all the way up table. So longer bridge, longer grip position. All right. Hey man, is this boring or is it good for you? Let's see. I'm just reading your comments, Nate. If you have a choice between playing a slightly thicker angle back and forth two rails versus playing the drag shot, what's your preference? Well, it depends. For position in the opposite corner. I think I know what you're saying. Yeah. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. We'll go a little bit longer. I think what you're talking about is this, Nate. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like if I have... I think what you're saying is if I have to shoot this ball and then shoot this one next, do I want a shallower angle, or do I want this angle? And I want a shallower angle. It's touchy because, as you just saw, I shot that other ball here. Inside of 15 degrees, it's hard to move this cue ball across the table. You can do it, but you got to punch it in really hard, and it makes the shot more missable. The sweet spot is 15 to 30. 15 to 30, you can shoot it into the center of the pocket, below center in the cue ball, and it's very controllable. Once you get past 30, then it's much harder. If you're past 30, I mean, it might not always be the option, but if you're past 30, like maybe you're way over here, it might be better to go 2. But it's a hard shot. It's a hard shot to control well, but that's the way to go. And trying to determine whether that cue ball is going to stop straight in or with an angle, good luck. I see Kachi shoot that shot really well. And there's just a very, very slight variation in maybe a little bit of outside English that determines whether your cue ball is going to come this way or this way. But yeah, 15 to 30 is where I want to be. I want to be here because then it's just easy to go one rail. You can stroke it, and you can play to be straight in or have an angle. Is that what you were asking about? Oh, next object ball on short rail. I'm favoring this side of the table, by the way, because there's a wall over there. And there's someone playing here. So if I shoot from over here, I don't disturb them as much. Okay, so I need to play position on this ball. I mean, most amateurs are going to try and get straight in, because then they figure all they have to do is tap it in, and they have an angle on this ball. The problem with that is you're always going to be on the rail. So there's a recovery shot. I think you want an angle. I think you want an angle probably between 15 and 30, because you're still coming. You can still come across table once or twice, depending on which way you want to go. Now I hit that quickly, but my cue ball goes here, I'm good. The recovery shot, and the amateurs won't see it this way, but amateurs try and get straight in, and sometimes a pro tries to get an angle and he ends up too straight in by mistake. So you need to learn this shot. To the rail and off. So you're actually cheating the pocket a little bit, but you hit it soft with inside English. It keeps the ball in the pocket. You can hit it soft. That pocket's huge. But you want to get the speed control to hit the rail and off, and then you have your angle. So that's a recovery shot, in my opinion, if you get too close. And you can do that even if you're straight in, dead straight in. So this needs more left English to throw the object ball in the pocket. And it looks like you're going to scratch, but you're not. The cue ball is going to hit the side rail, head rail, and off. I didn't hit that very well, but you can see the idea. It would come out there. But I think that's a recovery shot. I think you want to be between 15 and 30. How about down here? What if your object ball is way down here, and I need position on that ball? Yeah, I don't want to get straight, because if I'm straight or less than 15 degrees, I mean, I can shoot it with follow, but my cue ball is going to stop right on top of the ball. It's going to be hard to get on one side or the other. Whereas if I'm here, now I can move the ball across table. Right? Right. Is that kind of what you were asking? 15 degrees cut, and you make the next ball in the opposite corner. Okay, object ball in the second diming. Let me put some balls out here. Is this what you're talking about? Shoot the 12 to play position for the 1? Whoa. Yes. Man, the video looks like it's way behind. I don't know what you're seeing on the video versus what I'm talking about. I don't know what the timing is. I'll have to, when I get home, I'll replay the stream on YouTube and just see how it's synced up. This is all kind of an experiment to see how this works. Because right now on the video, I'm shooting a shot that I think I shot 10 minutes ago. So I'm not sure if I'm showing the right thing for you. Hey, but this is a great experiment. I didn't get a lot of practice in, but you get the idea of what I do for practice. It depends on what shot I want to shoot. Oh, wow, LOL. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm going to hang here. Nate, you tell me if you have any other questions. And if not, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to play some straight bull, see if I can get a run. Okay. So the balls, the 12 and the 1 that I have right now is what you're talking about. Oh. Like that? Oh, shot preferences, sure. No, in this case, less than 15 is fine, because even if I'm really close to straight in, I can come off the rail like that, or if I want to be closer, then I can just follow. I would stay on that side of the table that way. I think hopefully that's what you were talking about. All right, man, I'm going to sign off. This has been fun and interesting. It's interesting as a whole hour. Oh, 20 to 25 degrees? Oh, in the same shot? Let me take a look. I mean, yeah, I mean, I might have played for a different angle, but if I end up like this, yeah, you got to go back and forth. So the way I hit it is terrible because you're going to end up straight in or scratch. But I just want to come straight back across because then I'm going to have an angle. Hey, feel free to send me a message, YouTube or Facebook, and it'll be easier to communicate because there's always a lag, a delay here, and I'm not sure what you're seeing versus what I just talked about. Hey, it's been fun. Thank you, Nate. I hope this was beneficial to you, and we'll talk about it and make it better next time too. And hopefully I'll get some more patrons in a couple of weeks. I am signing off. All right, man. Take it easy. Bye.